Welcome back to Thursday on the Pagan Perspective, and welcome to the new year. I am your Thursday host, Yaka, and to kick off the new year, we're actually taking a look back and looking at why each of us hosts chose to audition and become part of the Pagan Perspective, and what it now means and has meant in our lives. So, it's been quite a few years that I've been on the channel now, and obviously I was quite a bit younger when I joined and when I auditioned to join. I had been watching the channel since the beginning. I had made my own videos on YouTube. There was this very interesting new young pagan community that really was only just beginning to come into its own at the time. And when the opportunity to audition came up, I had been in a place in my life where I was making a lot of changes. I had just moved, and I had changed jobs, and a lot of things were changing in my life. And I looked at who was on the channel and saw that I thought I had something unique to bring to it, that nobody who was on had been raised as a pagan. So that was something that I thought, okay, well, that's something that I am or was, and that's something unique that I would have to bring to the discussion. That being someone who didn't come to paganism at some point later in my life, but always was a pagan and was raised that way, as well as having a very strong, being very nature-centric. And there were and are other people on the channel very nature-centric, but that was one of the things that was very, and is very strong in my practice, and I thought that was something that I really had to contribute. I also chose to audition because I'm actually an introvert and shy. I am far less shy than I used to be, but I wanted to do it because I thought that it was something that scared me a little bit, being in front of the camera and sharing to the degree that we do as hosts. We really open ourselves up for folks to really see us, and that was scary in a way that was like a challenge that felt important for me to meet for my personal growth, and I felt it was important because I thought, you know what, I think I have something to share and maybe I can help folks. So that would be I felt like that's an important thing to do, to share and to help. And since then, I had no idea how important the pagan perspective and the topics each week would really become in my life, and how much I value the questions, the opportunity to share, and the discussions that come up from talking about these things. Not only, and perhaps especially, when they're things that haven't pertained to my practice, because they're new things to think about and different ways of thinking, and so typically, and things are kind of in flux right now, but we usually get the topics and look for about a month at a time, and so we know each month what the topics are going to be, but not farther than that. So 3 or 4 topics at a time, and I'll spend the whole month with those topics in the back of my head, thinking about them and discussing them with the rest of my family, the pagan side at least, my family, like my chosen spouse and child and all are pagan as well, and half of my siblings, not all of them, but so, and discussing that with other people in my in-person life has, it's I don't want to repeat myself too much. It's just very difficult to talk about how meaningful that has been and how grateful I am for that. And that I think that it has really helped me grow as a person. And so I'm very grateful for that opportunity and that privilege, and really hope that I've been able to contribute and perhaps share things that have been meaningful to some of you folks. So I'm really looking forward to another year with you and exploring some pretty awesome topics and the continued wonderful discussions that happen here. So until next week, take care. And being Thursday night, I'm gonna go off and watch the first episode of the new season of Critical Role. So until next week, take care.